Hello, all students in Jenny Dean's Communication Law and Ethics class. My name's Dennis Miles. I'm a reference and instruction librarian here at the West Library at Texas Wesleyan University. Today I'm going to show you some of the resources that you can use to help in your assignment that you have in this class. First of all, I need to show you how to get to the online guide that I created for this assignment. But first I have to share my screen with you so that you can see the steps to take to get to the guide, and then I will actually show you the guide. So I'll go ahead and do that. Here are the steps to get to the online guide. If you follow these steps, you will make it to the guide that I have created for the Communication Law and Ethics class. So I will show you now how to do that. You start at the Texas Wesleyan Library main page. Then you bring your mouse pointer to where it is over Research Help, and you will see a menu that drops down. What we're going to do is go to the Research Guides item here, and we'll click on it. And now we're on the Research Guides page. We have 56 subjects here. So we can scroll down this page until we get to mass communication. And then when you click on mass communication, you see a menu dropping down below it, and you see all of the guides that are under that subject of mass communication. So we found Communication Law and Ethics right here, and so we click on it. And here is the guide for Communication Law and Ethics. On this guide that you see on the screen, I am not going into detail with each website or each resource, but I am just going to skim the surface here by making you aware of a few of these resources, and it's up to you to go into more depth and explore a little bit as you use these resources after you have been introduced to them. Okay, before we look at this guide, let's look at what your assignment is. Your assignment is you are to find any political ad, national, state, or local, from any period from a U.S. election, whether in print or video or online. So let's look in the guide at how you can find political ads. So to find political ads, we have to go to the Finding Ads tab, and we can click on that. On this page, you will see different websites that you can use to find political ads. You do not have to use all of these websites on this page. You may be able to just use one or two of them before you can find an ad that you can use. Some of these websites contain the ads only, while others may contain other material like commentary on the ads. So let's take a look here at the web links on the left side of the page. On the left side of the page we have YouTube, and then we have Google Images, and then we have Yahoo Images. So we'll start with YouTube here. One of the best places to find political ads is on YouTube. You can find video ads that appeared in various places. So let's go ahead and do an example of a search. We'll go ahead and type in political ads 2016 election. Now we see here some videos that contain political ads from the 2016 election. So this one here is top 10 political ads of 2016. So you can click there and take a view of what somebody considers to be the top 10 political ads. And so here's the top 5 campaign ads. And so there's a lot of useful videos that you could find here. The next one is Google Images. So Google Images is a subset of the Google search engine and contains billions of images. Each image contains the source of the image, be it a newspaper, magazine, or web page, YouTube, or social media. So we click on this really quickly, and we can choose this political ads examples 2020, And here we have a lot of political ads from various sources that you could make use of. And you can do the same with Yahoo. In the center, we have other websites where you could find political ads. Right here we have the best campaign commercials of all time. And so this is an article that presents 10 presidential television political ads from 1952 to 2008. And then this one here, again, presidential campaign commercials from 1952 to 2020. We also have where you can find political ads in just newspapers. These two websites will do that. And then we have where you can find political ads in magazines, and finally in social media. So we're going to go ahead and click on this next tab called AdWatch. So after you have chosen your political ad, the next thing that you are to do is to write an AdWatch. And on this page, it explains what an AdWatch is. An AdWatch is a news story that analyzes advertising content, also compares that content to the existing public record, analyzes the rhetoric, including the logic of the ad, and finally informs viewers, readers of the biases, commissions, and omissions in the ads. One of the things that you need to do in your AdWatch is to analyze the claims made in your ad. And you can do that by clicking on fact-checking websites. This page contains resources that should be able to help you in analyzing the claims made in your ad. On the left side of the page, you will see what is called fact-checking websites. These websites check the accuracy for you of claims made by politicians. We can click on the first one here, factcheck.org. However, you are relying on someone else to verify the claims made by politicians. So on the right side of the page is where you can look up facts for yourself. And here we've got 3 different tabs. The one that says Gov websites, this is government websites where you can find facts for yourself. We've got here the Code of Federal Regulations and Congress.gov. Congress.gov is presented by the Library of Congress. Congress.gov is the official website for U.S. federal legislative information. Congress.gov supersedes the Thomas system, which was retired back in 2016. Another useful website is the Congressional Record. So you can use this site to check on what was actually said in Congress. Now the next 3 are what I call the big 3 government data sources. So we have on this page data.census.gov. Data.census.gov contains data on population, business and the economy, education, employment, families and living arrangements, health, housing, income and poverty, and a lot of other very important information. This website replaces what was called American Fact Finder. The second one is GovInfo. GovInfo is a very important site. It provides free public access to official publications, and that is what is important here, is that they are official publications from all 3 branches of the federal government. Things such as the budget, congressional documents, congressional bills, public and private laws, United States courts opinions. The third website of the big 3 is called USA.gov. USA.gov searches only federal, state, and local government websites. And so you can use this website to find information on government websites. Now when we click on Other, we can find some other resources that could be helpful also. One of those is CQ Researcher. CQ Researcher provides in-depth coverage of the most important issues of the day. The reports in CQ Researcher are written by experienced journalists, and they are footnoted and professionally fact-checked. The last database that I want to show under Other is the Pew Research Center. The Pew Research Center conducts public opinion polling, demographic research, content analysis, and other data-driven social science research. So the Pew Research Center can be useful to you to find opinion of the population on social or other important issues. Now we're going to go on to evaluating information. All information from whatever sources needs to be evaluated. You evaluate information every day from television, radio, internet, newspapers, magazines, and books. In finding information for a paper, project, report, you must evaluate the information for accuracy, currency, and other things. Most of the information found in books, magazines, and newspapers have already been evaluated by someone. Usually that someone is an editor. On the internet, it is critical that you evaluate web pages that you use in doing research. There is no one evaluating material on the internet like there is in the print world. Material found on the internet can range from quality information to biased or false information. Therefore, you must use some criteria to measure and evaluate the information found on web pages. There are many different evaluation methods that you can use, but the one that is used here is called the CRAAPS or CRAPS method. And each letter stands for one of the different criteria that you can use to evaluate websites. So we start off with currency. Currency is the timeliness of the information. And then we can look at relevance, the importance of the information for your needs, and then the authority or the author of the information. This is one of the more crucial evaluation criteria that you have to look at. And then we go on to accuracy, the reliability, truthfulness, and correctness of the content. A lot of content on the internet is just basically not true. Purpose of the website is also very important. A person could be developing or putting out a website to provide you with reliable information, or they may be trying to sell you something, or they may be trying to convince you of something that may not be true, or they just may be trying to entertain you. And lastly, we have sources. Sources is just like in a paper, you have to document where you got your information from. It's the same thing on the internet. If you can find a web page that documents its sources, then that is a really good web page. Now, I would recommend that you take a close look at this page and look at it carefully, all the different criteria, so that you will know what to do and by what standards that you can evaluate web pages. So this is the end of the video. Remember that you can access the online guide from any computer that you are on, whether it's your own computer at home or a computer on campus. And you don't need to log in to access this guide. And I hope that this video and guide will prove helpful to you in your assignment for this class.